Hi everyone! So today I wanted to talk about my veganism. It's kind of like a theme for my YouTube channel. I do have a surprise coming up that's going to be a bit different, and I hope that it, is interesting because I don't know, sometimes I wonder, are people interested in what I'm talking about? I seem to get a decent amount of interaction, so I'm going to keep going down this path, but I also want to take some other avenues as well. So today I wanted to, of course, like I said, get back into my discussion of my veganism. And don't mind, the ensemble, my outfit today. I have not been feeling very well for a few days now. My stomach is sick. I'm just kind of going about my day, doing my thing. But it kind of sparked this understanding in my head that made me decide that I wanted to talk about this topic. I don't think it's something that we talk about enough sometimes. And that is the process of going from a typical American diet to veganism. I talked about it a little bit when I put my first video up about how I was trying little things here and there and slowly cutting a few things out. And I was doing this really over the course of a couple of months, which probably was not a long enough period of time for me to do this, and I'll explain why. Something that I have been dealing with recently is I don't have the desire sometimes to eat, and a lot of it I think is also because my stomach does not feel very well, so like thinking about food is making me feel nauseous at this moment. But there's sometimes, every once in a while, even before this, where I haven't wanted to eat as much. And that could just be because I'm no longer like feeling addicted to food, because I'm not eating as much high processed foods. I'm not eating as many sugars, or fake sugars, or overly processed sugars. I'm eating very natural foods. So I have a few ideas of why that's happening. But one reason that I think that this has happened for me is because I'm also, in the back of my mind, craving foods that are not vegan, that are from a very high processed American diet. The other night I was laying in bed and I was trying to go to sleep. I've had a few issues going to sleep and stuff, which I'm going to be doing in another video talking about my mental health and where I'm at right now, because things have changed with that. But basically, I have had some troubles falling asleep recently. And I was laying in bed and trying to go to sleep. I was craving a Dave's Double. And I was craving buttermilk ranch, and I just wanted, I don't know how to explain the level of craving that I had. It was so bad that I was hungry. And I was laying in bed and I kept telling myself, stop, I see this, I understand that you want this, but this is not a good option for you, I was trying to talk to myself about it and be like, listen, don't freak out about this, you're going to crave things, whatever. And I was able to get through it. Obviously I didn't go out and get a Dave's Double, but every once in a while I just have the craving. I don't know if it's the flavor that I'm missing or if it's the texture, but I start to crave things like that. One thing that I have noticed is I am craving, it's the texture. I'm craving textures, because in a plant-based diet, or at least as far as I have been able to do things, because I am I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. So I don't know why that took me so long to get out, but sometimes I just don't know what I'm doing. It's all a big texture thing in my head at this moment, I think. So yeah, I've been having issues where I, just want that like meat texture. I don't want to go out and eat beef. I don't want to go out and get chicken. I don't want pork. I don't want that. But I want that texture of it. And I've been trying to find ways to compensate for missing that texture. And it's kind of been difficult, especially recently since my stomach hasn't been feeling well, and I've been going through just more personal things that I don't really need to talk about on YouTube. But yeah, it's been kind of rough. I think an issue that I have as well, being vegan, is I am scared. I'm excited, but I'm scared to experiment with things. And I, the other day, had a spaghetti squash, and I still have leftovers of it in the fridge, but I finally, decided I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone a little bit. I don't eat squash. I've never eaten squash except for when I was a kid. Not even a kid, I was a baby. My mom used to give me squash baby food. But other than that, I never really have eaten squash. So I got a spaghetti squash and was eating it, and it was very good. I'm not even gonna knock it. It was really good. Oh my god. But there's something about the texture that has got me like not wanting to ever eat it again. And I don't know why that is, and it's a really difficult thing to grasp because it has the same texture as like a shredded potato, but I am just, I guess, uncomfortable because it's a new taste. So it's just a very difficult thing. I would say one of the main things that I think I did wrong going into the vegan diet is I did not take enough time to truly wean myself off of the high processed American diet. I kind of, though I took a little bit of time, I kind of quit eating that stuff cold turkey. And I think that that has caused me to really crave things because I didn't give myself time to like get used to eating less processed foods and then get used to eating just fresh foods. So I think that I kind of jumped the gun a little bit with that. Really look into it. Like, really look into recipes and what your stores in the area can provide for you. I live in a small town in North Carolina. We have a Walmart and we have 2 Food Lions, but the produce honestly, okay, I want to say this really quick. The produce sections in the stores down here, besides like Whole Foods, the produce section is pretty small. I have noticed that in the Walmart produce section, yeah, they have the, like the tomatoes, and they have broccoli and cauliflower and some peppers and things like that, spinach, whatever. But it's mainly just greens, like just a bunch of greens, which is not bad. You should definitely eat a lot of greens on a vegan diet, but there's not a lot of options. So that's something that I would, recommend that you do before you decide to go vegan is Hang on, 1 second. Come on in. Come on up. I had to let my son in. I had to let Malcolm in. He's decided that he wants to be in the video, I guess. Except he's not climbing on the bed, so I wonder if he's camera shy. I would recommend that you look into what you can get in your area. One thing that I have noticed, and through different avenues like looking through YouTube videos and through articles and things like that, one thing that I have noticed is that not everybody is able to achieve veganism because of the area that they're in. Some areas are either they're too dry, some areas are Roxborough, North Carolina, where they don't have a lot of produce in the stores, things like that. So you have to be very careful and you need to look into that. Another thing that I would say is don't immediately jump into like entirely like whole food plant-based. I have tried to get to a point where I am just eating all natural foods, but our taste buds are very deceived by the foods that we have today. And one of the issues that I have noticed with myself is that I, like I said before, crave higher processed foods. And so me trying to immediately jump into a plant-based diet, me trying to jump entirely into a whole food plant-based diet was not a smart move, because I think it kind of affects my opinions on certain foods and things because I am still craving higher processed food. So I guess my tip would be to allow yourself leniency. I've said it before, I can't remember if it was in a video or not, but allow yourself grace, basically. You're going to mess up, for sure. You are going to hate some of the food that you come across, for sure. You are going to have issues finding food that you like, for sure. And you are going to have a hard time hopping off of these highly processed foods. It's not easy, and that's, I feel like, why a lot of people don't do it. It's not easy. It's just a hard lifestyle, and it doesn't just stop at the food that you're eating. It doesn't just stop at what you wear. It doesn't stop at what you can consume, like products in general. Like, it's a lifestyle, and once you start down that rabbit hole, you start to realize that there are more and more issues that need to be addressed in the typical American lifestyle. And then you're like, and then you start to panic, and then maybe I'm at a point of panic. Maybe that's where I'm at right now. Which I don't think that that's the point of a vegan diet. I don't think that you're supposed to get on a vegan diet just so that you can panic about the environment and panic about, you know, different issues with just people in general. Like, I don't think that that's the point, obviously, but, you know, you get, sometimes you can get into your head. I guess that would be another tip, is not to get into your head. Give yourself time to really just process information. Give yourself time to sit back and absorb what is around you and accept it, and don't put everything on your own hands, because I can't individually help the whole community. I can't individually solve world hunger. I can't individually stop the environmental issues that are happening. And I can't individually change how people view things. I can't, I can't do all of these things. Will there ever be a resolution to some of these things? I don't know. But what I can do is focus on taking care of myself and those that I love around me, and try to share the love that I have for myself and for everyone around me, and put it into the world so that other people can absorb that love and try to make like a wave effect, like a ripple effect. That's what we can do. This video wasn't made to knock veganism, and it's not a quitting video because obviously I'm not gonna quit veganism. I am committed to solving the issues that I'm having with it, and I am excited to see what the future holds with it. Yeah, I hope that this can be consumed and be helpful to whoever is consuming it. Whether you want to go vegan or you don't want to go vegan, or you're just having like a similar issue where, textures aren't working and you're just not feeling well, or anything like that, or you just feel heavy, like maybe you just want to watch this because you feel heavy and sad and tired, because I know how that feels, and I've been feeling the same way for the past week now. So yeah, I hope that this reaches the people that it needs to reach. I hope that if anybody needs help with anything or wants to talk about anything, that you are willing to reach out or anything like that. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And I appreciate anybody who stayed and watched the whole thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!